We're hearing from many different people about reacting. We're hearing from many different people reacting about the retirement of legendary college football coach and West Virginia's own Nick Saban. His journey is nothing short of incredible. Our sports director Cassidy Wood had the chance to speak to those by his side when it all began.
When those people that I grew up around say something like, you know, I really like the way your team plays, or, you know, your dad would be proud if he saw your team play, that means more to me than just about anything.
Nick Saban has never shied away from putting West Virginia and his upbringing in the spotlight. He's very proud of where he came from and proud of the friends and family that have helped him get to where he is today.
People back here, back in Monongah and Marion County, you know, we certainly love to hear stories about Nick Saban and how well he does.
Roman Prezioso was a senior at Monongah High when Nick Saban was a sophomore. Saban was playing ball for his dad and Pop Warner during his freshman year, then joined the Monongah football team his sophomore year. At the time, the team didn't have the best record. Prezioso, a captain, made a suggestion.
We're probably not going to win a whole lot of games with this quarterback. We said, what about this Saban kid? You know, he comes from a football family. His dad was a coach. He's been tutored ever since he was a kid. We put him in, and we didn't lose a game the rest of the year.
From there, Saban kept growing, on and off the field.
He was the coach on the field when we played the high school. I mean, he called all the plays.
He was a leader, you know, not just in football. He was just a leader. You know, so he just, the way he conducted himself, and that's the way his dad raised him.
By senior year, the Monongah High football team was a powerhouse.
We were single A, and we played several AAA schools. We beat Bridgeport, which was #1 in AAA at the time. We won 40-0.
The team went all the way to the 1968 Single A state championship game, a game that meant more than what was happening between the white lines.
There was a lot of emotions there, and the reason it was, I'll go back and tell you, the reason it was because of the #9 mining disaster.
On November 20th, 1968, the #9 mine in Marion County exploded, killing 78 miners.
When the #9 mine blew up, we had friends and family that all got killed in the mines. And, you know, I'll never forget that day of them coming into school and calling for some of the kids to come out of class because their dad was underground.
Community members flooded that state championship game looking for an escape.
They brought a lot of people together. Like I said, there was 5,000 people at that game, and I think that was probably some of the reason.
Monongah went on to beat Payton City 21-12 in that state title game, but it wasn't necessarily that victory that was most important that night.
I feel like we never really celebrated it because of when it happened, and #9 was a lot more important than winning a state championship.
Humble beginnings, creating an even more humble coach.
He was a coach all the way through my lifetime, but I really never expected him to be as big as he is, but you know, I always hoped he would be.
7 national championships, 11 SEC titles, and a 292-71 overall record. And Nick Saban never forgot where he came from, welcoming anyone from Monongah to Alabama games.
I mean, a lot of people from Monongah go, and he treats them, you know, very generous, you know, field passes. I mean, he's a really... You know, he treats the people from West Virginia really, really well.
Over 5 decades of coaching this game, and now it's time to turn the page.
We're getting up in age now. We're in our 70s. That team that back in high school when we were 16 to 17 years old, all of a sudden we're in the 70s. And a lot of us aren't around right now for one reason or the other. So, you know, it's just great to see one of our guys elevate to what Nick did.
Wow, what a great story. We wish Coach